in the case of Karnataka should also be extended to the state of Arunachal Pradesh. Article 371D and Article 371E made special provision with respect to the state of Andhra Pradesh and Telangana, respectively, and empowered the President to make order for equitable opportunity employment and education. This article gave the way for reservation non-gazetted categories and certain specific gazetted categories into different local cadres for different parts of the state, such as district cadre, zonal in district recruitment in all these cadre posts in favor of the local candidates in various categories. Similarly, Article special provision to the state of Karnataka, giving a special responsibility to the governor for all-round development of the backward Hyderabad Karnataka region of Karnataka, SK region, by one, establishment of a separate development board for the region. Two, equitable allocation of development fund for the said region. And three, equitable opportunity and facility for the people belonging to the said region in the matters of public employment, education, and vocational training. For reservation of a proportion of seat in educational and vocational training institute in the SK region for students belonging to other region by birth or domicile, and identification of posts or classes of SK region and reservation of a proportion of such posts for persons belonging to the region by birth or by domicile, and for appointment thereto by direct recruitment or by promotion or in any method. This constitutional provision economic and educational development of this state. Similarly, provisions are required for Arunachal Pradesh because many tribes, particularly the native minority tribes such as Khamtis, Singpho, and Idu Mispi, Digaro Mispi, Miju Mispi, are economically and educationally backward because they are deprived from equitable opportunity and facility in the matters of public employment, education, and vocational training, and also because they are deprived from equitable allocation of development fund for their district. If the constitutional framework as proposed under our second proposal is accepted, the interest of the APST in general will be protected. However, this provision will not be adequate enough to protect the interest and right of the respective minority APST, for which a separate legislation will need to be enacted in pursuance of the clause 5 of Article 19 of the Constitution to provide second and inner layer of constitutional protection. So point number 3, necessity of further detailed discussion among the stakeholders to reach a consensus and key issue relating to proposal ADC and protection of the interests and right of the minority native scheduled tribe. Our third proposal is that if ultimately the state government decide only to place proposal for including 6th schedule in the entire state for establishing autonomous district council either on thick or territorial line, further detailed discussion will be necessary among all the stakeholders to reach a consensus as following key issues. Number one, the number of ADC to be proposed and the areas tract for which the ADC are proposed, and number two, the necessity of protecting the interest and right of the minority native settled tribe. This Khamti, Singpho, Idu Mismi, Digaru Mismi, Biju Mismis, and other minor native tribes who are sought to be brought under the purview of the proposed ADC. Number three, in the event that the aspiration of the native minorities settled tribe in the present-day district of Namsai for a separate legislation under clause 5 of Article 19 are not fulfilled, then we may be compelled to demand creation of union territory comprising the 5 districts of Namsai, Anjao, Luhit, Lower Dibang Valley, and Dibang Valley. That is undivided Luhit district, including the adjacent area of inhabited by Khamti, Singpho, and other minor native tribes of Changla district, within the constitutional framework in order to protect the interests and rights of the native minority settled tribe of this district versus Khamti, Singpho, Idu Mismis, Digaru Mismis, and Biju Mismis. This issue is absolutely significant because 6th schedule alone will not be adequate to protect the interests and rights of the respective minorities, APSTs, for which a separate legislation will need to be enacted in pursuance of the clause 5 of Article 19 of the Constitution to provide a second and inner layer of constitutional protection. So these are the points which we have in our memorandum, and this I will submit to the Honorable Chairman.
Thank you. अभी मैं बुलाना चाहूँगा मिसमी वेलफेयर सोसाइटी.
I am Mika Upo, Chairman of the Mishmi Welfare Society, the apex body of the Mishmi community. And with me is Sokhev Kriji, who is the Vice Chairman, and our General Secretary, Chosa Takalengji. So I request Chosa Takalengji, General Secretary, to give a copy of the memorandum to Honorable Chairman, and a copy of the memorandum to Commissioner Sir and the Member Secretary of this high-level panel. Chairman Sir, the Mishmi community would like to thank your government for inviting for this consultative meeting. Unfortunately, the agenda of the meeting seems vague and was not circulated well in advance. Nevertheless, the Mishmi Welfare Society, the apex CBO of the Mishmi community, consulted all its federating bodies, namely Idu Mishmi Culture Literary Society, Culture and Literary Society of Mishmi, and Mishmi Welfare Society Itanagar Unit. And also we have consulted with learned members of the community and drew these conclusions. We do have rich culture, tradition, and customary practices, and there is no doubt about it. But where is the constitutional safeguard bearing for Article 366, 341 and 342 giving us the scheduled tribe status. Why our state is excluded from 6th schedule of the Constitution when other Northeast tribal states are included? Why we don't have special provisions like 371G as in case of Mizoram, or a special provision like 371A as in case of Nagaland, where customary law prevails, ownership of land and resources prevails? Why ancestral land of indigenous tribes in the state are declared as reserve forests, wildlife sanctuaries, tiger reserve, etc. in the state under Indian Forest Act 1878-1927 without consulting the indigenous tribe? Why so many mega dams in our land without taking the indigenous population into consideration or paying compensation for their ancestral land being submerged? Our community feels insecure and feel ignored. In the event of such sense of insecurity, how will our tribal culture flourish? To address this, the government of Arunachal Pradesh must ensure to include our state in the 6th schedule as per paragraph 21 as already been shown by our learned lawyer. And also pursue the Government of India for amendment of 371H similar to Article 371G of Mizoram and 371A of Nagaland, whereby the indigenous tribes of the state are protected and feel secure. The culture will flourish automatically. Apart from that, the government of Arunachal Pradesh must encourage and strengthen tourism in our Mishmi belt by encouraging local entrepreneurs. The Mishmi community is grateful that the government of Arunachal Pradesh has enacted district-based entrepreneurs and professional rules 2015. We urge the government of Arunachal Pradesh to come up with more such policies in other sectors also. Our language development committees are ready to implement as per the new education policy regarding the teaching of mother tongue in our areas. Necessary DPR and requirement of fund has already been placed with the government of Arunachal Pradesh through Education Department, which we feel that the government of Arunachal Pradesh should address. And regarding the principle of Team Arunachal as mentioned in the letter of the Honorable Chief Minister to us, we feel that the concept of Team Arunachal will be defeated if every community in the state decides on seeking the pound of flesh by dividing the state on the basis of community. The creation of DOTCL and demand for non-autonomous council, auto-autonomous council, Taniland are such examples. Over and above, there are external threats like Greater Nagaland demand by NSN. We keep on justifying ourselves when it concerns to us, but the ultimate truth is that we are dividing our state. The concept of Team Arunachal gets defeated. We feel that all claims for autonomous councils on the basis of tribes should be discontinued. All the department created on the basis of tribes or religions must be scrapped once for all. In place of that, government of Arunachal Pradesh must genuinely devise proper strategy to ensure and encourage development of every community in the state equally. If that is not possible for the government of Arunachal Pradesh, then our Mishmi tribe cannot remain left out. We are also in the fray for creation of undivided Lohit Autonomous Council or Mishmi Hills Council to include Khamti, Singpho tribes, Present Lohit, Dewang Vili, and which is as per the early unit of administration and political evolution in British and post 1947 India. The matter is under discussion with Thai Khamti Singpho Council of Khamti and Singpho tribes, and very soon we'll come back with a joint memorandum if such situation warrants. I wind up the views expressed by my community. Jai Hind, Jai Arunachal, and I thank you all for a patient hearing. Thank you.
बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद. अभी मैं रिक्वेस्ट करूंगा खम्बा वेलफेयर सोसाइटी दे दीजिए.
Good morning, good afternoon, everybody. I am T.D. Khamba, President, Khamba Welfare Society. I am accompanied by two members, Mr. Dechen Jabo, Vice President, Khamba Welfare Society, Mr. Jimmy Tempe, Assistant General Secretary, Khamba Welfare Society. So, we have 2 days to discuss about the topic of community safeguard of indigenous community of Arunachal Pradesh after receiving the letter from Honorable Chief Minister. So the theme about the Article 371, special reference to A, G and H. So for last many years, we used to have that the Arunachal Statehood Bill is defective. So here, the provision that is given to Nagaland, our community's opinion is that the provision that is given to Nagaland in Article 371A, that is religious and social practices, customary law and procedure, administration of civil and criminal justice, ownership and transfer of land and its resources, this should be included in this 371H of Arunachal Pradesh. And if there is more to include, it can be included in this, then this should also be included in the Statehood Bill of Arunachal Pradesh. So earlier the speaker also said that the provision that is given to Andhra Pradesh should also be included here, which protects the job, these facilities of indigenous people. Because of this lack of our right to our customary law, sometimes what happens, जब कभी हमारा इनहेरिटेंस का प्रॉब्लम हो जाता है हमको, जैसे पेरेंटल जो प्रॉपर्टीज को डिवाइड करना पड़ता है या मैरिज में घपला हो जाता है, कोर्ट में जाना पड़ता है, या कभी आपका ये एडॉप्शन करते हैं आप बच्चे को तो कोर्ट में जाना पड़ता है, तो उससे पहले पूछता है आप कौन सा कम्युनिटी का है, आप कौन सा रिलीजन का है। तो हम कहता है हम हिंदू, हम कहता है हम बुद्धिस्ट है, ओ तब तो आपके ऊपर हिंदू का लॉ लागू होगा, ताकि हमारा अपना कस्टमरी प्रैक्टिसेस है, लॉ है। तो ये नहीं होता है। तो इनहेरिटेंस हो, एडॉप्शन हो, मैरिज एक्ट हो, बुद्धिस्ट के ऊपर हिंदू का लॉ लागू होता है। तो हमारा देश का कानून सर्वोच्च है, हम मानते हैं, तो इसको हम मानना पड़ेगा। लेकिन जब ये नागालैंड का प्रोविजन जो है वो हमारे यहाँ इंक्लूड हो जाने से, तो हमारा अपना कस्टमरी लॉ जो है के तहत हम फैसला कर सकते हैं। तो हमारा स्टैंड यही है इसके अंदर में कि जो प्रोविजन नागालैंड को दिया हुआ है, जो प्रोविजन मिजोरम को दिया हुआ है 371A के तहत, 371G के तहत, वो भी एच में लाया जाए। और उससे भी अगर और भी कोई प्रोविजन ला सकते हैं तो हम रिक्वेस्ट करते हैं ग्रुप ऑफ मिनिस्टर से कि वो भी वहाँ इंक्लूड करें और आंध्र प्रदेश का प्रोविजन भी इंक्लूड करें। तो आर्टिकल शेड्यूल 5 और 6 से, जहाँ के हम वी आर नॉट कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल एक्सपर्ट, सो जहाँ तक हमारा अंडरस्टैंडिंग जाता है उससे ये मालूम होता है कि आर्टिकल शेड्यूल 5 में गवर्नर का पावर ज़्यादा है। सेंटर जो है प्रेसिडेंट के थ्रू या प्रेसिडेंट गवर्नर के थ्रू कंट्रोल करते हैं हमारा लैंड रिसोर्सेज, लॉ एंड ऑर्डर को। तो यहाँ लिखता है स्पेशल ऑफ गवर्नर विद, गवर्नर का रेस्पॉन्सिबल होता है। और इसमें गवर्नर जो है अपना इंडिविजुअल जजमेंट के मुताबिक फैसला करता है, वो कंसल्ट कर सकता है, एडवाइस ले सकता है काउंसिल ऑफ मिनिस्टर का, लेकिन बट ही इज नॉट बाउंड टू दिस फॉलो दिस एडवाइस ऑफ काउंसिल ऑफ मिनिस्टर। वो अपने इंडिविजुअल इसके जजमेंट के तहत वो फैसला कर सकता है. दिस जजमेंट कैन नॉट बी चैलेंज ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ गवर्नर शुड और टू डू दिस वन दैट वन. गवर्नर को ऐसे करना चाहिए था, वैसे करना चाहिए था, उसके ऊपर नहीं होता. तो उसका फैसला फाइनल है. तो ये थोड़ा कमियां है शेड्यूल 5 में. तो कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन का सिर्फ एक कॉमन मैन के तौर पर, तो इसमें ट्राइबल कम्युनिटी को ज़्यादा पावर है. इसमें ऑटोनोमस डिस्ट्रिक्ट काउंसिल या ऑटोनोमस रीजन दिया जाता है, जहाँ में सीमित पावर दिया जाता है डिफरेंट कम्युनिटीज़ को. तो आप मैं समय ज़्यादा नहीं लूँगा. जो अरुणाचल में जो ऑटोनोमस डिस्ट्रिक्ट काउंसिल जो डिमांड है, ये हमारा लेटर में क्लियरली ये सब्जेक्ट मेंशन नहीं था. सब्जेक्ट था कम्युनिटी शेफ गार्ड ऑफ इंडिजिनस, दिस कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल शेफ गार्ड ऑफ इंडिजिनस कम्युनिटी ऑफ अरुणाचल प्रदेश. इसलिए हमने जितना भी समय था इसके बारे में चर्चा किया. हमने विस्तार से अपने कम्युनिटी के साथ इसके बारे में चर्चा अभी कर नहीं पाया, क्योंकि हम रिमोट एरिया का है, डिस्टेंस का और कम्युनिकेशन गैप होने के कारण पूरा कम्युनिटी का कंसेंसस नहीं ले पाए इसके ऊपर में. तो हम इसमें ये कहते हैं कि डेमोक्रेसी एवरीवन हैज राइट टू पुट फोर्थ देयर डिमांड बिफोर द गवर्नमेंट. उसका हक है. अगर डेमोक्रेटिकली विद इन द कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन कोई डिमांड करता है तो उसका हक है. और इक्वली दोज हु आर अपोजिंग दे हैव आल्सो इक्वली राइट टू अपोज. वो भी अपोज उसका हक है डेमोक्रेसी में. तो अभी ताकि हम इसको कंक्लूसिव हमारा कम्युनिटी के साथ इतना, क्योंकि सब्जेक्ट मैटर क्लियर नहीं था लेटर में, इसलिए पूरा डिस्कस नहीं कर पाया. तो यहाँ स्टैंड इतना ही है कि वी रेस्पेक्ट बोथ द सेंटिमेंट ऑफ दोज हु आर प्रपोजिंग द ऑटोनोमस डिस्ट्रिक्ट काउंसिल. वी इक्वली रेस्पेक्ट द सेंटिमेंट ऑफ दोज हु आर अपोजिंग. तो इसके बारे में इतना ही कहना है, क्योंकि कम्युनिटी के साथ गैप के कारण इतना पूरा विस्तार में इसके बारे में तो विस्तार में चर्चा करना पड़ेगा अपने कम्युनिटी के साथ. हम एक दो एग्जीक्यूटिव मेंबर इसमें नहीं बोल सकता. तो इसलिए आवर स्टैंड इज दैट वी रेस्पेक्ट बोथ द सेंटिमेंट ऑफ द पार्टी हु आर प्रपोजिंग द ऑटोनोमस डिस्ट्रिक्ट ऑटोनोमस काउंसिल एंड द सेंटिमेंट ऑफ दोज हु आर अपोजिंग the autonomous district council. So thank you. So we do not have any this written document. Thank you sir. Thank you.
थैंक यू. अभी मैं बुलाना चाहूँगा आदि बाने के बाद.
Good afternoon, Honorable Chairman and members, panel of learned advocate, CBOs, Students Union, social organization and civil society. I am Sirio Kom Yasung, Secretary General of Divan Kebang. Along with me, Komor Nora from Oyan, Secretary of Agriculture, Alin Pinga from Mesuka, Protocol Officer ABK. आज जितना CBOs का अपना अपना ओपिनियन विचार सब पेश किया है, तो इसमें फाइनली आफ्टर 33 years of statehood, our people have woke up from deep slumber and understood the little what is 6 schedules is and what is important. I say we must take to more people If not for the present outrage against the demand for more autonomous district council, our people would still have no idea about what ADC or 6 schedule is. For this reason, we thanks. Before going to submit my memorandum, we are from Adiban and Kebang. We should be our demand. We should demand for inclusion of whole Arunachal under 6 schedule as BRF. Article 371 is too weak to protect tribal interests. At least demand to give Arunachal some status as 371A, like it is for Nagaland. So, House President, एक पैक बताना चाहता है, sooner or later, inner line BRF Act will be scrapped or removed, as it is too old legislation. Besides, it's not a constitutional but only extra constitutional law. Only 6 schedule provision like Article 371A can help us protect tribal interests. Once inner line is removed, यहाँ में हम क्वेश्चन थोड़ा आप सबको भी पूछना चाहता है, क्या अरुणाचल एक ट्राइबल स्टेट है? If yes, do you have any documents to support of it? Answer: the word tribal region is defined in Constitution of India only in 6 schedule, and we are not part of it. That is another fact. So, हम ट्राइबल स्टेट है, मूव में बोलने से नहीं होता है. So let me give you one example to the benefit of inclusion 6 schedule. At present, you have find any valuable mineral like coal, petroleum, coal, etc. in your land and property. Government will remove you from the possession of your hand. That is why we only have LPC of our land, which means land possession certificate. We are not the owner. We are just possession of the land at the mercy of government. And we are part of 6 schedule. We will be true owner of our land, and anything minerals found above, beneath, inside our land will be ours. In the sense, we will be complete ownership of. To simplify, gold mining in Meghalaya by local is legal, but gold mining in Eastern Arunachal by local is illegal. Solution: we need to bring mass awareness among our people and complication of the Constitution. We have to tell our people the importance of protection of our tribal rights, land, culture, tradition, and values. We need to tell our people to start demand for inclusion of Arunachal under 6 schedule. In the last, the chairman, Consultative Committee on Creation of Bond Council, Autonomous Council, Government of Arunachal, representation with regards to the creation of Autonomous Council in Arunachal Pradesh. Sir, the undersigned on behalf of Adi community have honored to step the receipt of invitation from this consultative meeting from your end. There was an extensive consultation and drawing of ideas across all sections of our community. The following submissions are based on popular opinion of our society concerning the overall interest of Arunachal Pradesh. Point number 1. Amid this COVID-19 period, where the entire state and the world is fighting for endurance, surfacing of kind of issues is inappropriate. For this reason, which the issue is received stern opposition and resentment from the people of state. Point number 2. Under the constitutional arrangement of India, the Autonomous Council for Region is generally created if the people in particular area is socio-economical backward and politically non-represented, or the existence of the culture, tradition are threatened. So, creation of autonomy for region is privilege extended to safeguard the welfare of people in area under well-mentioned consideration. Point number 3. Arunachal is a state where all indigenous people are only tribal. So, neither the people in Mon area nor the Patka area are different in any respect from the rest of people in the state, which means creation of autonomy for this region only will be disparity. And disparity of privilege will invite unrest. On number point, the equitable distribution of power, privilege and opportunities is the one of the best mechanism of the good governance and development of the state. In this regard, the District-Based Entrepreneurship Act is ratified. This is a very good mechanism for equitable distribution of opportunities to enterprising youth of every district. Before introduction of this system, the privilege of awarding tender work was limited to influential people only. We appreciate the state government for this system. 5 number point, we know that this demand and proposal for creation of MSC and Patka region were initiated 17 years ago, so we do not blame the present government. However, if the government desires to truly safeguard the resource, the ownership of land, etc., the Statute Act Article 371A should be amended and more favorable act like Article 371A and Article 371G should be brought into, and the state should be completely brought under 6th schedule. Point number 6, in the interest of the state, who are against the division and disintegration of the state in any manner, even if the government desires to create autonomous council, it should be created for every Ghanaian ethnic group without any disparity. 7 number, the actual challenging and the practical problem of the Eastern Parliamentary areas to be traveled across Assam. The government is requested to address it appropriately. Number 8, the ABK, Adibana Kabang, believes that any discrepancy should be resolved through dialogue, so subscribe to the undemocratic means of protest in the form of bunker during current assembly session scheduled to 29 August 2020. With this view line, I would like to submit the opinion of.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. We go the last CBO Welfare Society.
आप सभी को सादर प्रणाम। Honorable Deputy Chief Minister, come Chairman of Consultative Committee for today's meeting. मैं सबसे पहले तो बताना चाहूँगा कि मेरे साथ आज श्रीमान मोजुम्बाम हमारे वाइस प्रेसिडेंट साहब हैं और हमारे साथ एडवोकेट जुमका कामदुक सेक्रेटरी लीगल अफेयर्स। तो गालो वेलफेयर सोसाइटी की तरफ से हम लोग आज अपना मेमोरेंडम यहाँ रखने को आए हैं। Honorable Sir, in response to the invitation letter due letter dated August 2020 as received from the CMO for consultative meeting organized today on 19/8/2020 at Dorje Khandu Convention Center, Itanagar, Galo Welfare Society welcomed the gesture of the state government for having a consultative meeting to discuss on the constitutional safeguards for the indigenous tribal people of the state. Perhaps this was long overdue considering the historical injustices meted out to the people of Arunachal Pradesh. Galo Welfare Society would like to submit our representation for kind consideration of the consultative committee for desired follow-up action. The Galo Welfare Society rejects, since this meeting has been convened on the issue of autonomous council. So, straightway हम लोग मुद्दे पे जाते हैं. The Galo Welfare Society rejects any attempt to create selective autonomous regions in the state. The proposal for creation of Mon Autonomous Council and Patkai Autonomous Council is racked up from time to time at several fronts and supported by successive governments, which GWS feels is not in the interest of the state. Moreover, state is yet to be brought under 6th schedule. Thus, idea of creating autonomous council is not tenable until and unless state is brought under 6th schedule. Therefore, the state government has to pursue for bringing the entire state under 6th schedule. Thereafter, decisions for systematic and rational creation of autonomous councils have to be addressed considering the following facts. GWS strongly feels that selective approach of leveraging some regions without proper justification would lead to misunderstanding among various communities of the state. Moreover, the various communities living in the state do not have any clear-cut defined boundary for any particular tribe in our state. Once proposals for creation of autonomous council starts, there will be scramble among different tribes to claim and counterclaims on territorial expanses, which may lead to heightened communal frenzy and ultimately lead to showdown among the different competing tribes. And thus, the peaceful ecosystem of the entire state would vitiate and become irreversible. Such a proposition would lead to instability in the state and may become a troubled periphery for the entire country. Also, there are possibilities of bullying of the smaller groups by the larger groups in the imagined councils. As such, the deprivations will be gradually within any autonomous council. Also, those without having autonomous, which otherwise will be selectively allocated to the few those having autonomous region status. Such a trend would defeat the very idea of growth and development paradigm. For having a balanced regional development of the state through a policy of inclusiveness and not exclusiveness. Chairman sir, I would like to repeat, GWS believes in the idea of Team Arunachal, and not for having a balanced regional development of the state through a policy of inclusiveness and not exclusiveness. GWS believes there are many regions in the state which need attention and special focus for initiating dedicated development. Pertinent to highlight that the special departments of Karmic Adhyatmic Affairs, that is DOKA, and the Department of Tirap, Changlang and Longding Affairs, that is DOTCL, have been created for Mon region and TCL region. However, there is no any policy imperative for the other regions besides Mon and TCL region in the state. Such preferential policy for some particular regions has not been objected so far by any groups in the state, despite having underdevelopment in their respective regions. Whereas, if comparisons are to be drawn, then GWS would like to highlight to the state government that the Galos living in the central districts of Arunachal Pradesh is one of the most deprived communities in the state. Being centrally located, the Galo districts are devoid of funding under BADP or MSDP under the Ministry of Minority Affairs. On the other hand, Tawang and West Kameng, that is Mon region, and Tirap, Changlang and Longding enjoys sufficient funding under BADP, MSDP, besides regular special budgetary allocations every year under this DOKA and DOTCL. Hence, if autonomous council is to be given after bringing Arunachal Pradesh in 6th schedule, the aspirations of Galo people for Galo Autonomous Council in central region is the fittest case for consideration. If a policy of accentuating the preferential status to Mon and Patkai region is pursued further by the state government, thereby granting selective autonomous council, then the state and central government are to justify the lack of parity and for having a step-motherly approach to develop other regions of Arunachal Pradesh. GWS demands that if at all autonomous councils are to be created, it should be considered with holistic approach, thereby conducting proper parleys with all the tribes of the state. The proposal for bringing the state under 6th schedule should be taken up first, considering the entire state in unison and not as a sporadic affair. The GWS would support such an inclusive policy of the government. Otherwise, GWS will resort to democratic movements to resist any selective and preferential creation of autonomous regions.